turn off the food, the pigeon will press it a few more times, see there's no more food, and stop pressing it. The second pigeon, once they turn off the food, it will literally keep pressing the lever until it collapses from fatigue. And that's because the partial reward schedule is so addictive. That's also how slot machines work. That's how gambling works. Sometimes I get what I want and sometimes I don't. So I want to keep trying and I want to keep trying.
Okay.
And that's what's happening with fuckboys.
The partial reward system. The partial reward system. So this is how slot machines work. This is how gambling works.
Shout out to Vegas.
So we think about, we ask ourselves these questions of like, hey, like what's going wrong in these streets where like, these men who are obviously not good men or questionable men keep ending up with really, really, really solid ladies.
Kiki, come to the front of the congregation.
Speaking of the devil.
Darius, you are officially on the back row at church. He on the back row, bro.
He's on the back row.
And if you know about a fire and brimstone type, holiness church from back in the 60s, y'all know what the back row is. Now these new age pastors, they keep talking about their dick, so they don't even know what's going on.
They need to be on the back row.
Facts.
Half of them. 90% maybe.
99. Kiki has released clips and stills because her and Darius are breaking up. How do we sum this up? She's claiming that he's been abusive, that he's put his hands on him. He's verbally, mentally, and physically abusive. She released clips to support her statements. She got a TRO, and she asked him for full custody of their 8-month child.
Yeah.
This information came out, and honestly, I think our group chat might have talked about it once. Yeah,
if that, we kind of just glossed over because this story it's been ongoing, right?
Facts.
So it's like when this is an ongoing story, eventually the two people got to decide to not be toxic, right? Like we don't really talk about Will and Jada as much anymore. Like it pops up, mention it. A new clip came out on Will yesterday. I didn't even put it into the show notes, right?
Yeah, about his brother, his best friend.
Yeah, I
didn't even watch the clip.
So it's like, I think once we see like two people that are just being toxic together, that you just kind of let them be.
My thing is, I've seen this parade of women they have this question of, men were loud. And I'm gonna tell you this is how I know that you niggas is simps, because a man started this whole thing, right? Men go out, and I told her, I hate jumping around, but that's how my brain works. I told a young lady yesterday, I said, there's a thin line between transparency and clout chasing.
Yeah.
This generation, and they're my generation, but it's happening now in this generation. This desire for clout, to be famous, has people doing any and everything to get likes, reshares, and comments, right? So when I see a man say, hey, fellas, y'all was so loud about Kiki's outfit, why are y'all silent now? And then I know why they're doing that. And they're doing it because now I'm going to have 10,000 reshares. I'm going to have 15,000 comments. I'm going to have 2,000 likes, whatever the case may be. My engagement going to be in 1 million. And now I can start selling my cousin's shitty t-shirt brand with a link to it. I was asked multiple times, why are y'all silent? Should we tell women the truth?
I don't think men are silent. Like what?
Or what dudes are silent about?
Well, they're not silent like as approval though, right? Like people trying to say like men are silent because they're approving. Like,
first of all, I want to ask you this before we get started. Yeah. Do you want to tell them the truth today?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So go ahead, continue.
But we're gonna sanitize it, of course. But no, I don't think dudes are silent, right? I think for one, it is one of those things where we didn't see the videos, right? Like we saw clips.
Facts.
Right? And the clips are damning.
Facts.
Right? But what clip wouldn't be damning, right? Like if you were to take the most intense argument that you've ever had with a significant other, right? Mm-hmm. And someone just clipped a portion of it, right? I ain't even talking about hands on. I'm just talking about verbally.
Yeah.
Right.
I already told you the podcast got to pay her off when she. Because I got one.
If you were to freeze frame that and take a clip and then pass it off, right?
We are paying her.
It's going to look way worse than what it actually is.
As soon as we get monetized, that bitch is coming out. We gonna pay her.
Yeah. No, we not, because it's like, yo, like at the end of the day, it's like, yo, it's like, show me the whole video, right? No one defended Ray Rice. Everybody was just like, yo, Ray, too far. Right? No one defended that, right? But on the flip side of that, you had Jonathan Majors that came out, somebody that I'm not even a fan of. I'm a fan of him as an actor.
You do owe him an apology.
I owe him. He's an amazing actor. I'm not apologizing for what he like. No, the flower shit was just too hard for me. We already discussed this. But anyway, as an actor though, he might be my second favorite actor.
Okay,
like for real, right?
Okay,
but I'm not a fan of him
personally.
Right? I'm a fan of him, the actor. Anyway, long story short, it would have been easy to condemn him, right?
It was easy.
It was easy. Most people did condemn him, and then it comes out to not be true, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that, I think the silence that a lot of men are having right now is not like silence because it's approval, but it's Brickgate, it's Carly Russell. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of things where men are just like, I'll watch the whole video and then I'll tell you whether or not, you should Ray Rice him or not.
All right, here we go. ISO on me. Yo, this is Tom Brady throwing the Randy Moss on a go route at the Patriots, right? This is all me. This is a reflection of Gavin only on this podcast. I am not a fan of Keke Palmer. I'm going to go ahead and get this shit out the way. I told y'all a long time ago, and if you don't believe me, well, Mike has them in drafts. We have to go and find it. I told you guys 3 years ago, I am not a fan of Keke Palmer. When Keke Palmer went on the Breakfast Club and told y'all that, hey, it was a celebrity, I was in his closet, I felt pressured, and I told y'all then I thought that was corny. Yeah. And I'm going to tell y'all why I thought it was corny. I thought it was corny when another woman came out and said that Trey Songz was a creep. And she gave details of creep. And then Keke Palmer went back on the Breakfast Club and said, hey, or excuse me, she did a news article and was like, that's who closet I was in. And then I told y'all then Keke Palmer is a cornball to me. She is corny. She has always been corny to me because of that. Now, she is beautiful. I do like what she represents for young black women. I like that. Yo, it takes a lot for you to be caring about a dream. I remember when I was a kid and I wanted to get in photography. My mom was like, no. I remember what that was like. I know what that felt like. Now, did my mom have reasons to say no? Absolutely. Why? Because the other thousands of dollars she invested in me and I burnt my mom's fucking money. So when I said I wanted a new camera, my mom said, nigga, please. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? So to see Keke Palmer do all that things as a child, to be an actor, to have her own money, to be able to support her family, beautiful. Keke Palmer, the person, cornball to me. And the reason why I say that about the Trey Songz situation is because you don't know how many women you could have saved by speaking out. I work in an industry where men are creeps or perceived to be creeps. And it's a lot of people saying, hey, I don't want to speak out of it, so I'm going to let so many other women be victims to this person. To me, that's always been weird. That's why I have no problem when I come on my platform. If I've been done wrong by a company, a brand, another business, I speak out about it because I want y'all to know. Y'all can silence me, whatever you got to do. Cool. So I've always looked at Keke as corny to me. I told y'all when she got pregnant, when that Usher situation happened, she did not deserve that. I stated that, yo, Darius is a cornball. Me and Mike had arguments on air and off air of why I believe Darius was a cornball. I think that when you are worth millions of dollars, over $10 million, I think it's a red flag when you go and get the nigga who work at the YMCA and have a baby with him.
No, I would not disagree. And to your point, right, where Gavin was right,
hand claps for me being right.
Where Gavin was right.
Shit, that was the wrong thing.
Yeah, you did, I was shooting him bail. I ain't gonna lie, I was shooting him bail.
Absolutely.
In that episode. Now, I was shooting him bail as a man that was discussing, his woman and how you feel about her, right? Now, we all said that going on the internet was sassy.
Absolutely. Right? We warned people then.
That type of man is a slave to his emotions.
Absolutely.
So even when I see the stills, right, even though we don't know what transpired in the videos, right, you still have to understand that type of man is still a slave to his emotions, right?
He's unstable.
I'm not condemning him for that, because there's been instances where a lot of us that are listening right now, myself as included, have been slaves to my own emotions.
Absolutely.
Right? The difference is, as a man, when that happened to you, right? Like, how do you change that, right? Do you be like, whoa, I gotta get off of this, right? I got to become better than this. I got to make sure that I don't have to deal with this type of behavior. Now, when I go back through everything and I see, the track record, now I have to go back to, okay, Darius is probably living in her place, right?
Facts.
He's probably driving her car.
Probably.
We got stills where he's obviously touching her up, right?
Mm-hmm.
What part of this is, what boxes he's not checking as a Pooky?
Facts. So that's my thing. We came on this podcast. Please go look it up. And I love sending this to y'all. I've told y'all, I said, please go listen to the episode where we said Pregnant by Simp, a Keke Palmer story. And we told y'all then, this man is unstable.
Yeah.
So when this situation happened, whether we see the whole video or not, he was a slave to his emotion. Whether we find out, let's say we find out for a minute, for 10 minutes straight, she was whooping his ass and he finally took her phone, whatever. Bro, you can't be a slave to that. But I also understand that this man is emotional and unstable. And he's like, we warned y'all about that type of guy and getting pregnant by that type of guy. Then I look at it, so the next question is, all right, so we understand that. We warned y'all about this man, and we got an episode called We Warned Y'all About These Men. Please go listen to it in the past. That's why
I think it's episode 106, I think.
That's the reason why men are silent. The number two reason why men are silent is because whenever men share their feelings, we're told to shut up.
Well, I mean, we're wrong regardless, right?
Facts. So when we tell y'all, hey, maybe we can understand why a man might be uncomfortable with his wife wearing this out to Vegas, we can understand it. Nope. Y'all got to shut up. Women can wear what they want to. Y'all can. We can go where we want to go. You could. You could do a coochie roll on Usher if you want to. Cool. You telling us to shut up. So men decide, all right, cool. The number three thing, and I hate to put it like this before we even get there to this number three thing. Men don't follow Keke Palmer or Darius. I want to let y'all know.
No, not at all.
Y'all made it a thing of, hey, look at Keke. She looking good at Usher. Y'all inform men about Keke, but that's neither here nor there. Thoughts and prayers on that. The number three thing is, when y'all ask us to come to the front of the congregation and explain ourselves, y'all have been wrong so far in 2023. Mike hinted at it earlier. To the brick lady, we found out she was lying.
Yep.
Then she blamed black women and y'all were silent. But we're not going to say nothing. Y'all wanted us to speak. And before the brick even hit her head, and it was an imaginary brick, it was black men got to come to the front of the congregation. We found out that was wrong. Carly Russell got missing and y'all wanted to know, what did her ex-boyfriend do to her? And we still don't know because she was lying.
Yep.
All right. When we start looking at these situations, then it's kind of like black men do get to say, can we give him more than 24 hours?
Yeah.
Can we see the whole tape?
The Jonathan Majors situation.
The Jonathan Majors situation. It was like, oh, look at y'all. Then, the funny part about Jonathan Majors was, not only did he put his hands on women, black women was running around saying, this is what happened when you messing with white girls. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of, black men have been giving y'all time and giving y'all a week for information to come out before we start speaking. And it's like, in the week we find out that y'all been wrong. So now it's a situation where nobody's going to ever defend a man putting his hands on a woman.
No.
And it's kind of like, we don't know what's going on with Darius. We don't know their situation. We don't know what's going on. Okay. I'm not even going to bring up the fact that, this is me bringing it up, that the clip was a year old.
Yeah, the clip.
That she had a baby with him afterwards.
It wasn't like right before Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Like the clip was right before Valentine's. So, and then you held on to that clip, right? Plus the most recent clip. And it's, what odds do you have for a successful relationship if you're keeping score? Because that's what it is, right?
That's what's going on.
If you got a clip from over a year ago, right? And then what's crazy about that is, that's also 3-4 months before she had a child, right? And we do not go in on this pod about like dating women with kids and not dating women with kids. I don't have a problem dating a woman with a child. What I will say is, when I say to men, this is why you need to talk to the child's father. Mm-hmm. It's situations like this, right? Yeah. Because you willingly went and selected a dude that you have admitted that touched you up way before you ever got pregnant.
Yeah, it's a sad situation. And then the last thing is, this is the main reason why men are silent on this situation. At that Usher thing, guess what y'all told us? Women told us to shut the hell up and stay out of their business.
Yeah, episode 101 actually.
So when you tell men, you silence their feelings. When you tell them, when you have shown them throughout the year that, hey, if we give something a week, more information comes out. And then you end it with, yo, mind your own business. Because when her and Darius was out to dinner for her birthday, nobody ain't say nothing. It was, yo, this is her life. This is her business. She want to get back with the child of her father. Now it's like, oh, nope, well, let's rewind the tape. It is what it is. And of course, and you know what? The sad part about Kiki's situation is, yo, we don't get to, she doesn't get to keep this private anymore, because y'all are going to make sure, y'all who love trauma bonding, y'all who are going through so much, y'all who claim that you need to go to therapy, but you're not really going, y'all are going to throw this up in, it creates a gender war in our community. And it's like, yo, some of the women I've been seeing and, you know, having conversation with, I just been laughing because I'm like, yo, y'all, your mind is made up. It is what it is.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it becomes a bad faith argument. Again, no one sits and defend Darius. But this is a good opportunity for men to really, really understand, like, when you're out here dating women, do you want to date a woman that will willingly have a baby with somebody that she said that, you know, was touching her up, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to date a woman that willingly done that, right? That gave her womb to a guy like that, right? Darius, for all intents and purposes, checks off the Pooky boxes, right?
Facts.
Moved in with a woman. The woman's paying for things, driving a woman's car. You know, hey, what are the odds that he's only going to have one baby mama, right? So he's going to check off the multiple fertility partner, you know, box at some point in time. He's a slave to his emotion. Like, check, right? Just because the guy is tall and sexually attractive and light skinned doesn't mean that he can't be a Pooky, right? Pookies don't look like Tyreek Hill. Right? Yeah, Pookies can look like everybody. Yeah, right. So the guy has checked off all the boxes of a Pooky. When you are dating a young lady, you have to talk to the dude to find out, like, yo, is this dude, did it just not work, or did she give her womb to a Pooky? Because if she gave her womb to a Pooky, how have you healed from that pain and that trauma since then? Yeah.
To sum it all up, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers to Kiki. I hope you get through this, because it's about to be rough. Because when you are a slave to the entertainment industry, it's kind of like Lori, right? Lori and Damson break up. Lori don't never break up with her nigga, and like her publicists don't tell us. Yeah, I don't know if anybody pays attention to that. We always get a joint statement from the publicist. I don't
feel bad for Damson. Yeah, like Michael B. Jordan was your boy. He put you on his wing. Like, Damson is from England, right? Mm-hmm. Michael B. Jordan has been in LA, right? So he even, you know, he had to somewhat take you up on his own, right? Because, like, it's his city. Maybe not. I mean, you know, not take him up on his own, like how to act. But, you know, like, he's more Hollywood than the guy that's coming from London.
Yeah, but that don't mean they boys.
Dude, if you kicking it with a dude, you breaking bread with a dude, and that was the love of their life.
That was a lie. Nobody believes that Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan was actually dating. Like, nobody.
I believe that. I believe that they was dating.
Mike does believe the internet. I have to remind him weekly that the internet is fake.
I believe that he really, really liked her, bro. Like,
I never got that.
He did not seem like he was like happy after he finished with her. So nah, man, you cannot date somebody's like,
they whole industry do that though.
Close, not the close ex, bro. You can date somebody boink. You can't date somebody that your homeboy was in love with.
The whole industry is Eskimo brothers. Their community is smaller than our community. And so you think about, I don't think none of them niggas out there is friends. That's one thing. Like, once you get around people enough, you realize, like, oh, they not friends. Once you see these celebrities.
Yeah, I mean, I can see them being dog eat dog, but I mean, like, take us for instance, right? Like, we're boys, but we're not best friends, right? We're cool. We know each other, right? All right. Wow. Man, we're not best friends. Wow, we're my brother's best friend.
Wow. I talk to you more. You know what? Wow, Gavin. Title of the clip: Gavin finds out the realness of their relationship. God dang, where are my gunshots?
You should hit gunshots. But anyway, long story short. You would not like if I dated the love of your life, not your current wife, right? But if there was, I'm about to mess all this up. If there was a second love of your life, right?
Jesus Christ. My man just rolling me under the bus. First, we ain't friends. Now you want to date my ex.
Yeah.
My second love of my life. Let's clarify it.
Yeah, second love of your life. Like you, how happy would you be coming in to do this pod next week?
We wouldn't be able to do the pod, but we see each other. However, here's the thing. I don't believe Michael B. Jordan, who only got like 2 pictures with Lori Harvey throughout their year-long relationship, actually really liked each other. And we got to be real. Michael B. Jordan did have the stigma that he only date white girls, and then he goes and gets the woman who we've never heard spoke before, Lori. But I mean, I don't feel bad for Damson because I believe the Lori Harvey package comes with a requirement sheet.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And she don't date niggas who once you lose your job, your relationship ends with her very quickly.
You think Lori Harvey running into dudes with ED problems?
Hell no.
I don't think so.
What? Hell no. She too fine. She's so doggone pretty, dog.
I think Lori Harvey's running into all the rocks out there.
Hey, my favorite thing is Future last album was amazing. He created it right after Lori broke up with that nigga. So
Muse.
Look, man, shout out to Lori Harvey. Shout out to Kiki. Thoughts and prayers to Lori Harvey and Damson, man. Thoughts and
Damson,
mother.
You get what you deserve. You should do your boy like that, man.
That ain't his boy. Them niggas be